got the Weed Destroyinator behind me this morning. So let's go annihilate some weeds. Looks like the trench digging is done, or at least for this part. Looks like there are two different types of cables in here. This is just a tracer wire, and this is optical cable. Well, that's interesting. That they're digging 2 miles, probably, mile and a half on this road for 3 houses. In a previous video, someone suggested I should be listening to the radio station 1025. Well, that is the one that I listen to all the time, and I pick it up a whole lot nicer than even some of my local radio stations. So this particular radio station is based over on the eastern shore of Maryland. I'm on the western shore of Maryland, but I just like the music, especially Stinson's Remix Rewind, his lunchtime Remix Rewind every day. And that's what reminded me of that comment, because it is 12:05, so he's just started his Remix Rewind. So yes, that is the station I listen to most often, is 102.5, because it comes in very clear most days. I'm not alone today, as you can see. I am dumping the beans that I had in the combine that were from this field over here, dumping those in the truck. And then we're going over to that field there. It's about 18 acres there. I'll load the truck, and then I'll take the truck to the elevator tomorrow morning and dump, and then come back and hopefully finish that field tomorrow afternoon. You can watch me cut these soybeans while I talk about input costs, specifically for the wheat that I just planted. I've been trying something new for the last couple of weeks with record keeping, and it started with corn. I wanted to see exactly how much I made on my corn crop this year. And it's not really surprising, and I'll go over those numbers in a future video. Hopefully I'll remember that. But in the meantime, I am doing some calculations here on wheat. Let me get turned back around here before I tell you what I'm doing. mentioned in the past, I keep all my records on my phone under the Notes app. I use an iPhone. I have iMac for a computer, so everything syncs together. So what I have started doing, so I have a new file here called Wheat 2025. So every time I do something, I come in here to the Notes app. So yesterday, 10/21, or 2 days ago, 10/21, I indicate the fields that I planted, the variety that went in there, how many pounds per acre, seeds per pound, just some notes in there. I no-tilled it, it was dry, how many acres it was. So I try to do that for every crop, keep these notes. Well, you need them for a couple of different reasons. You're supposed to keep the notes for chemical spraying in case there's ever an issue. Let's say a neighbor complains that I killed his pet parakeet, or I killed the prize-winning rose that's going to the fair. Then I can go back to my notes and show what exactly I sprayed, when I sprayed it, what the winds are, all of that stuff. We also have to fill out a report at the end of the year on how much fertilizer we use, how much we put on each crop. So this comes in real handy when I can come to this app and tally it all in, a couple of minutes or so. So record keeping not only for myself, but for the government. Who else, So what I've started doing is, while it's fresh in my mind, putting costs down on exactly what I am spending here. So this is a little more detailed than I have been in the past. When I keep my records on QuickBooks, I do keep pretty good records there on a per crop basis. But of course I have to be at home on my computer to see those numbers. Well, here it is a little more accessible. So already, just tallying this up, when I finish spraying here today, I will already have $71 per acre in this 55 acres of wheat that I will have planted. So I've got $3,000 in seed costs. I've got $300 and almost $50 in chemical costs. So I'm putting not quite a quart of glyphosate to the acre to kill what is here. I've got $400 and almost $60 in nitrogen costs. I'm putting about, what am I putting? A little over 15 units, 15 pounds of nitrogen per acre. Did I turn that on this last time? I don't even remember now. Damn it. I'll see it in the video. So I'm putting in about 15 pounds of nitrogen per acre with the glyphosate, and then what else have I got? Oh, fuel. Got about, I'm guesstimating, the fuel is a guesstimate, but about 10 gallons is what it's gonna take to spray all of this, based on the hours that I'm taking and the gallons of fuel per hour that this tractor burns. And I just got a fuel delivery last week, so I know what the price per gallon is. So $71 per acre already. Hopefully I will have time next week to go up and I will get some dry fertilizer to put on here. And, of course, I'll try to remember to write that cost down in here as well. So if we use the current price of wheat, and I think, done. Hold on, did I lose that? No. So this morning's email, July wheat was at 606. excuse me, our basis is probably 50 to a dollar under for next July. So let's just use round numbers, $5 a bushel. I need 14 bushels of wheat just to cover the expenses I have in this so far. And these are just direct expenses. I haven't included, it's hard to include overall insurance costs, liability insurance, equipment costs, equipment repairs. Of course, there's land rent in there. That's a known number. But hopefully by the time I talk about these numbers with corn, I'll have most of that figured out and have a good number for you on how much we lost, made, whatever it was on corn. It may surprise some of you, but we'll get to that in another video. So hopefully I've explained what I'm doing, so that I'm just a small operator here, but you can extrapolate, is that the word I want to use? Extrapolate the numbers on a per acre basis for a larger farm. But of course, equipment costs are going to change. I don't have any labor costs, or very little labor costs. My equipment, I have no equipment payments right now. I was doing some calculations yesterday, trying to figure out all of these corn costs and trying to throw a number in there for equipment. So I just did an amortization for a $200,000 loan over 7 years for equipment. And oh my God, you're at $36,000 a year on a payment on $200,000. And what does $200,000 get you these days? Not a whole lot. Hell, you can hardly buy a corn planter. Can you buy a corn planter for $200,000? Maybe you can. I don't know. I haven't priced one because I'm not in the market for one. So that's, as I was extrapolating, I'm not saying that word properly, I don't think. Extrapolating the numbers for a 2,000 or 3,000 acre farm, I'm not sure how they're making it. Well, especially in this area this year for the yields that we've had on corn. I haven't started working the soybean numbers yet. Hold on, I'm overlapping there. I gotta cut that one off. Okay, I've gone on too long, but this will be continued in another video, I hope. Today is my lucky day. Normally, I just walk from here across the field over to the shop to get the truck to bring back over here. But as I was taking the combine out of the driveway, farmer's daughter pulls in. She's come home for lunch, so on her way out from lunch, I asked her to stop by and pick me up and take me back to the farm so I don't have to walk. Because all I have for lunch are a few crackers. So I just won't have the energy to walk over there. Or me. The truck is in place. Okay, the truck is full. The combine is almost full. I'm headed to the farm to get the blower, blow the combine off. I'll tarp the truck, take that to the elevator in the morning. So I'm going to end this video and I'm going to say, see ya!